A very good day to all of the lecturers. I am Jing Wei and welcome to my presentation today. Today I'd like to share with all of you about my proposal with the title of Preparations and Characterizations of the Mouth Gel with Stingless Bee Honey. So without any hesitation, let us move on the ball rolling. So here's the result of the proposal, which contains 25% of plagiarism with 4,486 words. Most of the plagiarism will come from the part methodology, as most of the specific methods are needed to be referenced. Skin is the largest organ of our human body. A huge cost is normally needed for wound care, and wound healing is the very important technique that have to be developed in the world of pharmaceuticals nowadays. And also known as a break occur on the skin surface, and the surface tissues were lost to cause the disintegrations and necrosis of the epithelial tissues. There are lots of factors that will cause mouth ulcer, including the oxidative stress known as the effect of reactive oxygen and also nitrogen species generated by a range of endogenous and external activities. Honey contains the flavonoids and phenolic acid, which has a high ability in antioxidant ability by reducing the oxidative reactions and also free radicals, which is result from the imbalance of the reactive oxygen and nitrogen species antioxidants. And here's a fact: according to all of the research that has been compared, the stingless bee honey shows a significant antioxidant properties among all of the other honeys. Gelatin gum, known as a polysaccharide that widely used in wound healing technique in the form of additions of nanomaterial, polymer, natural polymer, cellulose, and sugars. Honey improves the rheology of the mouth gel, and this will influence the wound healing effect of it. To enhance the quality of wound healing of the mouth gel, the optimum and approximate honey ratio needs to be discovered. Our research objectives are to prepare the mouth gel incorporated with honey, to characterize the chemical behavior and rheology of the gel, and to examine the antibacterial properties of the mouth gel with honey against the gram-positive and also gram-negative bacteria. Our mouth gel was prepared by adding the gelling gel, distilled water, methylparaben, and also honey to the hydrogel, and the prepared gel was held at room temperature for 1 day to swell. The glycerin and triethanolamine were needed to correct the pH. The agar powder was added in the distilled water, heated, sterilized, and also cooled. Then the medium was poured into the petri dish, close the lid and let it to solidify for 1 hour, and put the mouth gel on the agar. Later, grab the bacteria on the surface of the agar and observe. While the chemical behavior of mouth gel can be confirmed by SEM and FTIR spectrums. For the water uptake, a modified ASTM International Standard technique was used, and an equation was used to calculate the water uptake of the mouth gel. The rheological properties of mouth gel can be determined by dynamic rheometer for liquid crystal and emulsions measurements. A thermogrameter analyzer can be used to determine the thermal stability of the mouth gel, and all of the samples were heated to 600 degrees Celsius from room temperature. The thermal stability of oil and the kinetics of aging were assessed by using 4 separated heating speeds. Here is the longer time needed for degradability of the mouth gel. The SEM, EXD, and EDX will be used to determine the degradability of the mouth gel. First, freeze and dry all of the gel, and cut and grind the freeze-dried gels from the surface in the middle height of the specimen for SEM and EXD examinations. Then, the sample for SEM and EXD were taken before the sulfuric acid treatment at 2, 6, and 14 weeks of immersions. At a 15 kV of accelerating voltage, the SEM with EXD was done. The mortar was gently separated from the soil in the middle height of the specimen for XRD examinations, and the sample were used in the XRD study were collected before the sulfuric acid penetrations at 6 and 40 weeks for immersions. For the expected result, the MHA study shows a good culture result for both gram-positive and also gram-negative bacteria, and the honey did also increase the ability of the antibacterial properties of the mouth gels. So that's all from me today. Thank you for watching and stay safe.